for Ukraine, but it is also a blueprint for Europe. So we need to speed up Ukraine's integration in the European defense equipment market, and our industry is learning from Ukraine's defense industry. Ukraine's industry has the daily battlefield experience, how to innovate just in time, how to produce faster, how to produce more cheap, and of course, how to produce more intelligent. And this brings me to my fourth priority: strengthening Europe's defense industrial base. We have many competitive and world-leading defense companies. And we have many SMEs that are developing new technologies at cutting edge of innovation. But our industrial base still has structural weaknesses. It is not able to produce defense systems and equipment in the quantities and the speed that member states need. It remains too fragmented, with dominant national players catering to domestic markets. So we really need to turn the tide. And it starts with investment in Europe. As we all know, today the majority of defense investment goes outside Europe. In other words, that means good jobs outside Europe, return on investment outside Europe, research, development and innovation outside Europe. So this is not sustainable. We must buy more European, because that means strengthening the European defense technological and industrial base. That means stimulating innovation here in Europe. That means creating an EU-wide market for defense equipment. In addition, companies need a steady stream of multi-year orders to steer investment and ramp up capacity. So pooling our demand and joint procurement is therefore even more important. We will set up a European military sales mechanism to help make this happen. Member states need to be able to fully rely on European defense supply chains, especially in times of urgent need. And a European market would deliver that. It will be a driver for our prosperity and an industrial competitiveness as much as for our security. It will unleash innovation, research and skills. So we will put forward also a defense omnibus to simplify rules, to simplify regulations. You all know that, from certification to permitting to joining existing contracts. All this is complicated and difficult today. This has to go. And we will convene a strategic dialogue with the defense industry to look at all the obstacles they face to get rid of these obstacles. Dear cadets, I know that my message to you today is stark. I paint a picture of a world fraught with danger. But we are stronger than we think. And we are not in this alone. Europe is more united than ever. It is more determined than ever. And it has partners, friends and allies that it can work with and count on. Security challenges often have global implications. What happens elsewhere can quickly happen over here. And of course, vice versa. And most of the threats we face are cross-border. Whether it is a Russia determined to regroup, or hybrid, or cyber attacks, or threats in space, or at sea. So that is why we're fully committed to working with NATO and the United States. Our security is indivisible. And that is why we are working to break new ground on security with the United Kingdom, and other partners within Europe, in our neighbourhood, and within the G7, from Canada to Norway, and even as far afield as India and other parts of Asia. Like all young cadets in all those countries, your lives and your careers will be devoted to building and securing peace, freedom, and prosperity. But I would like you to remember that freedom is not a slow process. It is a constant struggle. And I'm not sure whether I have the right English word, but there's a word in Ukrainian. The word is volya. Volya means freedom, but it also means courage and will to fight for freedom. And that is every generation's duty. That is what we together are working for. Because Europe is more than a union. It is our home. Thank you very much, and long live Europe.